Let's pick up where we left off. I got rid of Dave's old tank, and I got the new tank in place and fully set up. Next, I needed to check in with someone to make sure that I'd covered all my bases. Terrence, thanks for joining me on Saturday. I know it's your day off. Dave's going to be here in about an hour or so. Setting up the Apex was a breeze, went flawlessly. What are some of the big things you want to make sure that I mention to him when he walks in?
I hear he's got wood floors there. Is that right?
Yeah, his wife looks like she put in some nice wood floors.
Yeah, it's pretty much the key thing right now is the leak detection system. You want to put a couple of those probe modules on either side of the tank, so that way you guys have it covered. You get any kind of a leak. Not that you would do something that would cause a leak, but just in case.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, you want to be covered.
Yeah, I want to stress that he's going to know before his wife comes home and tells him about the problem, so he can fix it like nothing ever went wrong.
Yeah, you make him look like the pro, like the star, like he's the guy that can handle everything in his aquarium. Absolutely, no doubt.
And I set up a lot of other things too, like his protein skimmer's got a skimmate collection vessel, so if that fills up, Apex is going to turn off the skimmer. It's going to send him an email and a text and let him know. And it was super easy to wire in. I mean, 2 wires in the breakout box and I was done. I'm not a DIY guy, but I picked it right up.
You might even want to have just an alarm go off because you have small children. You don't want them getting in underneath your aquarium, getting into the chemicals, or even heaven forbid falling into the sump.
Good point. And his son's 12 years old. I know he's going to fiddle with stuff. You know how guys are once they hit puberty. The brain goes, and we're going to keep him safe.
Yeah, I know. I got a 13-year-old.
Well, I better get going, Terrence, because he's going to walk in the door before I know it. I got to get cleaned up because right now it looks like a bomb went off in this place. But thanks for connecting with me. I'll make sure I hit all those points with him on the Apex. I know he's going to be pumped up. It was nearly go time. Next step, clean up the mess and then add the cleanup crew and corals. The aquacultured coral masters over at ReefGen shipped in some hardy frags that fit in perfectly with Dave's reef enthusiast tank personality. No sooner was the last coral placed than headlights pulled into the driveway.
Hey Mark.
Dave.
How are you doing?
There you go.
Oh my God. Holy, that doesn't even look like the same tank.
It's not the same tank.
It's not?
Nope.
Oh my God.
I gave you an extra 15 gallons.
That's awesome.
Brand new tank.
Holy cow. That's way more than I could have asked. That is, I don't even know what to say, to be honest with you, man. That is just cool.
You got dual MP40s for flow in the tank, so no more cords in the tank.
The new corals?
You got new corals in there already, new cleanup crew. Well, it gets better. We kind of modified your lighting just a little bit.
Okay.
I decided that you needed some control via your phone. You have the Ecotech Radions on here, so you got LEDs like you wanted. So low heat, lots of power, and lots of control. So we can sit here and let's go to 20K. Oh, let's go over here to 5K. You know what? Maybe that intensity is not enough. Let's just bump it up.
Wow.
All off your phone or off your computer.
That's so cool.
We could even make the whole tank red if we wanted. Done. And since you travel a lot, we want to make sure the tank is safe. Went ahead and put an Apex on here for you as well.
Oh my.
So this way, wherever you are in the world, something goes wrong, you're going to know about it. You can wash the tank wherever you are in the world. Even if you're at the soccer field all day, it doesn't matter. You can rest easy.
Check in on it from
You
wherever.
can check in on it. You're at work, you can check in on it. Something goes wrong, you're going to know before your wife comes home.
That is cool. That is totally cool. I was just talking to my wife about wanting to do that and haven't been able to get to it, so it's all here.
It's done for you. You got to it, don't worry about it.
I got to it.
I got to it for you.
I love it. I love it.
Well, that's just upstairs. Let me show you everything that's downstairs.
Yes.
Dave, I know you wanted a sump. We got a brand new trigger system sumps, courtesy of Premium Aquatics. They shipped it in for you here.
Okay.
Let me walk you through all the bits. So
Yes.
we got dual drains here with filter socks, help polish up your water, keep everything clean. Right in here into your media reactor from the Vast Marine. It's fed off your return pump, so we're not wasting any electricity.
Okay.
Then you got a CS1 skimmer from the Vast Marine as well. Now that's a recirculating skimmer, so we don't have to worry about water depth. It's all handled for you. And again, we're driving it off the return pump.
All off the return pump?
All off the return pump. Now, since you're gone a lot, make things easy on you, I went ahead and put a swabby on there for you, so you got a self-cleaning head on the skimmer.
No way, really?
So, yep, so you don't have to worry about cleaning out the skimmer every couple of days. The swabby is going to take care of it for you.
Oh, wow.
All controlled by the Apex. Now, so that you don't have to clean the skimmer cup, I put a skimmate reservoir here. So that is going to collect into the skimmate that forms in the cup. And here's the really cool part. When it gets full, Apex is going to sense that and turn off the skimmer, and we're going to have it send you an email and a text message as well.
So it will alert me somewhere that I need to empty it?
Yep. Now you want to be emptying it, every week or
Right.
so. But if you forget, it's not going to dump nasty skimmate all over your wife's floor. It's going to let you know.
Keeps me out of trouble.
Yep, and it added some activated carbon in here on the top, so you're not going to smell it. It's not going to stink. Of course, an auto top-off system, controlled by the Apex as well. Now this is from a Vast Marine as well. It's got a nice fail-safe built in. So you see that float valve there? For some reason it failed, or the Apex didn't turn it off, and it kept filling up your tank. Well, that float valve is going to shut off the pump so that you don't overfill and cause a big flow.
Oh, that's great. That's a lifesaver.
Water on floor sensing as well. All this is controlled through the Apex. Apex is going to wirelessly control your vortex, and when Apex Fusion comes online, then you're going to be able to wirelessly control your radions.
Wow.
So since you have the MP40s on here, those have wireless control as well. So I went ahead and got you a Reef Link. It's not even available yet, but I made sure that Ecotech sent us one in. In time, we're going to be able to control your vortex. That's going to come online in a couple months through the Reef Link. Right now, you can wirelessly control the radions like I was showing you.
Wow. This is just awesome. It is totally cool.
So we made a couple changes, minor changes to your 75-gallon tank.
Just a few?
Just a few, and made sure that Premium Aquatics hooked you up. You got a year's supply of salt as well.
That is great, and now I've got some reading up to do, I think.
Now, just a little bit.
Just a few things.
Don't go hit the books just yet, Dave. There's still more to show you. All right, Dave, so there's the sump. Let's have a look at your canopy. Now you notice that there's no doors here?
Yeah.
Well, that's because you don't need them. This is a roll top design from Coastal Aquarium Designs. Now check this out. When I open up the canopy here, just open it up, boom, you see that? Radion's turned off automatically, and the light up here turned on automatically.
That's sweet, I like that.
Yeah, the Apex senses when the roll top opens up, so it turns off these lights and turns on this one. Now you don't have to set up the roll top that way, but since we have the Apex, this nice little control freak feature really makes it nice for you, give you access to your tank, which is what I really like about this roll top. We can get in here, 100% access to the top of your tank. You got the light so you can see what you're doing. You can get in here, frag corals, rearrange rock, feed your fish, whatever you need to do.
I like it. So no more having to move my light fixture to get into it.
Exactly, your old tank, you had to push your light out of the way.
Right.
You don't have to do that anymore.
And that's all controlled through the Apex.
All controlled through the Apex, man.
Awesome, I like it.
All automatic, no turning switches, nothing. Just open up the roll top, Apex takes over for you.
It's a nice idea, I like it.
And I made sure that it was black. It's a sleek design so that it blends in with the rest of your house. Keep your wife happy. DFW Aquarium Supply hooked us up with a canopy. Coastal Aquarium Design, they did the actual designing of it. I love it. It looks perfect on this tank. I know you're going to love it as well.
I love it, it's great.
Perfect, man. Well, now that we've talked about the equipment, let's go look at the livestock in the tank because, hey, that's what really matters.
Let's do it.
Dave, what's a reef tank without corals? So I called up my friends at Reef Gen, and they sent in a bunch of corals for your new tank. Now, the really nice thing about these corals is that they're all aquaculture. These came out of a tank, not out of the ocean, so they're going to be stronger by nature.
Excellent.
So this is perfect for your tank since it's new, and I picked out a variety of corals for you. You get a nice SPS colony up top here. You still got your money caps there in the back that you had from your old tank. Put them up high, they'll grow together in time, give you a nice color. We have a sprung stunner chalice down here. So this will grow in time, nice plating chalice, really cool. And then we got you some orchid stylo up here, and you notice in the back of the soft coral?
I do see that.
So that's actually a gorgonian.
Okay.
Yep, and some bird's nest corals here too. Now, this is one of my personal favorites right down in front here. This is a Cephastria.
Okay.
So this is an encrusting SPS coral. They do really well, they're really hardy. They look really cool. They got pink polyps and a blue body.
I like it.
Now, if you look down here in the sand bed, I went ahead and set up a zoa garden for you.
I'm really liking the zoas.
Yeah, they're already coming out. They're looking good. We got some Tubbs blues. You got some eagle eyes. A whole variety here. These will grow on in time. Just give you a nice splash of color.
I'm liking it.
These guys are super easy to care for. You're going to be totally happy even though your tank is young.
Okay.
I've got you some LPS corals over here too. Some Lobos. So these guys are going to sit on a sand bed. They'll grow in time.
Okay.
And then you notice we put some Favias over here as well. Now all these corals are for Reef Gen. Again, they're aquaculture, so they're stronger corals. We didn't take them from the ocean.
Great, I like that.
And then I also gave you some trumpet corals over here.
Yes.
And you got your frog spawn that you had before. And of course, we'll be adding to the corals in the tank as the tank matures. Oh, forgot about this guy. Your nice little gonopore right here in front. Now this coral doesn't need to be fed, so I'm gonna get you some coral food for it. A lot of people have problems with that coral, but I found if you feed them the Goni Power food, they take right off. Now Justin Grable from Reef Gen, he actually developed that food, so it's perfect for that coral.
And I noticed a lot of snails in here.
Yeah, so John from Reef Cleaners, he hooked us up with a custom cleanup crew for your tank. Snails, hermit crabs, Put a serpent star in there as well.
Great.
Everything you need in terms of livestock. Now, you do notice that I put your clownfish back in here.
Right.
And your goby, but I haven't put any new fish in here just yet.
Okay.
Wanted to work with you to develop a fish stocking strategy. So we really got fish that you liked, that you were comfortable taking care of.
Great.
Anyway, I wanted to make sure that you quarantine them properly like I talk about in my quarantine guide.
Yes.
I noticed you had a quarantine tank set up in the other room,
Yes.
so you're a step in the right direction.
Good. I like it.
So we'll work on your fish stocking strategy when we come back and do an update on the tank. We're likely going to see more fish in here, but the cleanup crew, there's a snail, he's already taken off, doing his thing. The corals are going to grow. We'll keep an eye on all this, but it's off to the races now, man.
Great. Thank you. I like it.
Not so fast. There's still more, Dave. Dave, we got lots of corals in the tank. Stuff's going to grow out. You're going to get new corals. You're going to be fragging corals, so I got you some Ecotech coral glue. Keep everything in place. Already used a little bit of it on your rock work and to place those frags, but you got 295 milliliters here. It's going to last you a long time.
Excellent.
So
Thank
take
you.
that. You're going to be getting your hands in the tank, so your hands are going to be getting dirty. You got a nice towel from a Vast Marine and the Reef to Reef guys.
Great.
I know you're on Reef to Reef. That's
I am.
actually how I found you. So keep that, because you're going to be getting your hands wet and probably be throwing a party or two. So a Vast Marine wanted to connect you with some golf cups. Can't break. Great for using around the tank or throwing a party.
That is excellent. Thank you.
Now that's all coral stuff. You got to feed your food. So P. mysis, well, they hooked you up with a year supply of mysis shrimp.
Wow, that'll last a while.
So you got.
That's great.
I hope you got room in your freezer because there's plenty of it, and that's what I feed my fish. I love the stuff. It comes from fresh water. We don't have to worry about diseases. It's got lots of nutrition in there as well. Promise you, your fish are going to gobble it back up.
Great. We're gonna have to work on that fish plan.
Yeah, man, we'll get to work on that fish plan. You know, really overall, I just want to say thanks for what you've done for the community, what you've done for the soccer club. You've given a lot of yourself, wanted to give you back something with a tank. This way, when you come home from a long day at the club, out on the soccer fields, you have the tank to relax, and if anything goes wrong, you're going to be notified. You can keep an eye on it from afar.
Great. Well, thank you, man. I really do appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Enjoy it, and I'm going home.